Hey guys, how's it going? I was debating for a moment or not whether I should film this video, so we'll see if it actually gets published and makes its way onto YouTube. But anyways, hi, good morning. I'm Denali, if you don't know me. It's Friday and I just got my coffee, of course. So now I'm back to my soy milk latte. I don't know, I guess I could be drinking oat milk as well. I think they probably have it in stock, but I got that. I got my turkey bacon sandwich, and I also got these strawberry overnight oats, which I tried for the first time yesterday, and they're pretty tasty. Yeah, and I think they're dairy free. I hope. I just wanted to check in and you know, just give a status update again on how things are going. I posted a video yesterday. I was like, I'm not doing Vlogmas, but I'm just posting often, because the minute I try and commit to something is when everything, it's like my brain is like, no, you're not. and then I just stop doing something. So if I don't call this anything other than, hi, I'm just posting frequently, then I'll probably keep doing it. Hopefully, yeah, it stays that way. So anyways, I wanted to just give an update on how things were progressing or not progressing at the warehouse. So I feel like I made a little bit of a dent these past couple of days. Not a huge one, but a little bit of a dent. So I think it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before, so that would have been Wednesday. On Wednesday in the afternoon, I went into a spot in the warehouse where there's just a lot of stuff that's been building up. And the truth is, it really could be condensed. So a lot of times, I don't know if you find this with your workspace, but there's just a pile of something, or an area that's a pile of something. And if you look at it from far away, it's just like, feels very overwhelming. But if you really attacked it, sorry, I didn't have time to dry my hair this morning, so that's kind of crazy. But if you really attacked it, you could really condense this pile and make better sense of it. So basically, I just start condensing this area in the warehouse. There's kind of like a spot here and then like a spot over here. So the spot over here, I just started condensing. So I grabbed a bunch of boxes to send to ThredUp, which, you know, go look at my other recent car videos where I kind of talk about my plan with that. So I think I did like 4 or 5 boxes for ThredUp. So that took away 4 or 5 boxes from that space. I kind of pushed and condensed some of that area together to make it smaller and more compact. And then the boxes that I had over here, a lot of it just being like unprocessed inventory. One of them was on a pallet, and it was like a bunch of, wasn't a pallet box. You know, like the bigger ones are usually like 5 by 5 by 5. They were smaller, but medium size boxes, large boxes, whatever. A box smaller than a pallet size, but on a pallet. Okay. So I took those boxes off, moved them over to the other pile, condensed that all together, cleared off the pallet so then I could lift the pallet up. Underneath the pallet was my pallet jack. If you're not familiar with that, it's just like a jack to like lift up and move around pallets. So I removed the pallet. I took my pallet jack and actually turned it around so the handle wasn't blocking and taking up space. I turned it around so it's just the forks that are sticking out, but then was able to kind of move it to the side. And I cleared up this 5 by 5 space by 5 space, and it felt so good. I felt just that little thing. It's not even like I processed the inventory that was in those boxes. I just got that area cleared up, and it became now a space that could be moved around and walked in. Felt really good. Now, the second step to that is obviously processing that inventory, but I actually was able to condense a couple of boxes as well. And then I condensed those boxes, and what did I do? Oh, and then I just broke them down, which also feels good, right? To just break down boxes and get those out of the way, because boxes, they also just take up a lot of space and make it look like you don't have a lot of room, even when they're empty. So that felt really good. Those were my big accomplishments for the week. I did then take out some of the inventory that we're gonna be processing today and over the weekend. I put it up on one of my Z racks and I steamed it. I have been steaming some stuff. I've talked in the past about I used to steam, then I stopped steaming. I've been steaming a little bit again. So I steamed it. I actually did some photographing these past couple of days. I don't know if, no, I probably will photograph actually today. Yeah, I'll probably photograph today. But then one of my employees will be photographing today and also this weekend. So yeah, so there's that. That felt great. I actually got, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe that's it right there. Do you see this box right where my thumb is pointing? This box of inventory. It's a small box of shoe inventory liquidation. I'm gonna do an unboxing. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm gonna do an unboxing and I'm excited. I don't know. My husband yesterday called me and we were talking on the phone and he said, hey, this huge box just got dropped off. And he's like, I'm gonna send you a picture. He's like, it's packaged very oddly, or you know, it just looks really weird. And so I said, okay, it's like, send me the picture. Like, what's this gonna look like? And yeah, it was packaged differently. So it's like a larger sized box, and then over the top of it looks like a black garbage bag. I don't know that it's actually a garbage bag as opposed to like just black, like a heavier duty plastic, just over the top and then taped on top of it. There's no lid. Like technically if you slice the top of the black plastic bag thing, whatever it is, all the inventory, whatever was in there, could just fall out. So yeah, no comment. No comment yet. So anyways, I had an idea. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's this stuff I ordered. I'm pretty sure it's these shoes that I ordered. So anyways, that's them. I'll probably post that video sometime early next week is my guess, but I'm excited. I might have to open it up. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to open it up because I'm so curious what I got in there. Yeah, so we'll see if I can hold back in that way. Other than that, I got a great night's sleep. I thought, you know what? I know that part of why I feel stressed out, or what can add to feeling stressed out, is lack of sleep, and I just don't get enough sleep. So yesterday, when I got home from work, I'm just trying to remember what my schedule was yesterday. I left the office. I get to the office about 8:30 every day, and I leave at around 5 to 6 or later sometimes. So yesterday I left the office at 6:15 and I went and picked up my son from an after school activity that he had, like a later in the evening after school activity. And then I got home at 7 o'clock, and like just about 7 o'clock, and I was sitting on the couch, I think for a second, and I was talking to my husband, and then I was just like, I'm gonna go lay down. And I think he and I both knew that it was like, maybe I even said, I'm gonna go sleep for a little while. And he's like, do you want me to wake you up later? Should I make some food? And I was like, no. I was like, you guys eat something. I'm gonna go lay down. So when I went and laid down, all I did was set an alarm for the next morning. I was like, let me just make sure that I have an alarm set for the next morning. And I thought, you know, maybe if I wake up, it is what it is. And so I actually did. So I fell asleep at around 7 something, and then I woke up at 9:30. And when I woke up then, I thought to myself, no, I'm not waking up now. And then I think I woke up again at 11:30. And I texted my husband and I just said hi, and he's like, hi, and I said, I'm going back to sleep. So he's like, okay, bye. And then I woke up at around 2:30. I want to say 2:30 or 3. And I thought, it's still not a full 8. Like, I gotta get a full 8. So yeah, I think it was 2:30. And I thought, yeah, I gotta get a full 8. So I'm gonna go back to sleep. And then the next time I woke up was around 6:45 when my alarm went off to get ready in the morning. So I got a nice long sleep. I think that's almost 12 hours. It felt really good. Actually, I still feel a little tired, but I think that's just I don't know what it is. Maybe too much sleep now. I think there's something to that. I think that they say there's something is too much sleep. Oh, well, whatever. I feel caught up. So your item just sold for $25. Oh, good. I'm glad they purchased this item. I'll tell you about it in 1 second. So I'm glad that I got that nice, good sleep. Do you guys feel like you don't get enough sleep and you should catch up? Similar to myself. Like, have you had this scenario is basically my question. I know I should just try and get good sleep every night. It's something I need to work towards, but whatever, at least for right now, this felt really great and I'm glad that I got to have it. So yeah, hopefully that makes for a better today. And I actually think I'm going to I think I might have the evening to myself. My husband has something planned this evening. I think my son is going to be with grandparents this evening. So, which you might think like, ooh, wow, fun. What are you going to do? The only thing I can think of is like, okay, great. I can just work later. Huh. Yeah, I should think about this. Okay. The sale that somebody just purchased, let me just tell you about it really quick. It's not anything bad, but they purchased this item from me. I'll just leave it at that. On eBay. They made me an offer. My item was priced at like $50. They made me an offer for $25, which was fine. I was okay with the $25. And so that was like on Saturday or Sunday of this past week. And I accepted the offer. And then when they hadn't paid after a day and I sent a payment reminder, they were like, I'll pay you on Wednesday. 4 days later, like they're going to pay in 4 days. Well, I have unpaid item cancellation turned on eBay that basically if you don't pay for your item within 4 days of when you purchase it, eBay cancels the item because your item is essentially just being held hostage. It really sucks like having that sort of situation happen. And I get it. Like there are exceptions to every rule. And if people keep in contact with me, like that's totally great. Like if you're like, hey, this is the situation, that's awesome. But when people don't really keep in contact about it, it's a little frustrating. And I did contact the person, I think that Wednesday morning that was going to get canceled. And I said, hey, I just want to let you know at 11 this morning, it's going to get canceled. So if you want the item still, blah, blah, blah. And then they didn't pay. And so it got canceled. So then I relist the item, of course. And I think it was that night or the next day, they messaged me. No, it was that night. They said, they started making, they were like, hey, I still want this. But then they sent me an offer for 19, which if you remember, I said it was 50. They offered 25, which I accepted. So I didn't want 19. And not to mention, it's like, why do I want to get caught up again in this, having my item held up and you might never pay for it. And now you're going to give me less for it. So I was like, no, thank you. And so finally they said, okay, we'll do 25. I don't know. They were messaging me from 2 different accounts and it was like a couple. I don't know. It's really weird, guys. The details of it were really odd. And so I said, you know, I'm not, even once they sent me a 25, they said, okay, we'll do 25. I said, okay. I said, well then because they said they'll buy on Friday. I said, when you're ready on Friday, just buy the item then. You know, you can have it for 25 then. So then this morning I got a $25 offer and I was like, nah, I'm not doing the offer situation with these people anymore. So I just went in and I changed the price of the item to $25 and I messaged them back and I said, okay, the price is set to 25. You can just buy it now. Because by setting it to 25, they can just buy it and they would be forced to pay for it in that moment. Force sounds really bad, but it's like, that's the reality. It's like, just pay for it. I didn't want to have to go through the song and dance again. So anyways, while we're talking now, I just saw it come across the screen that they did that. So anyway, you know, I didn't realize that over the years, there's been a lot more settings that you can turn on with buyers not paying and all this sort of stuff. So you can have the cancellation happen after 4 days. There's even one that there's a setting that it's like, if somebody has had more than 1 or 2 unpaid item strikes in the past, I think month, you can restrict those people from even purchasing your items. So I have that turned on because yeah, it means like if you've had 2 unpaid item strikes in the past month or whatever it is, you're probably not the buyer for me. I like for my items to be paid for. So check it out. That is a setting. I think there's some other ones in there as well. that are worth looking at. I thought about making like a TikTok about it or something like that, but I haven't yet. Maybe that day will come. But that's where I'm at in life, guys. Like I said, I have the evening to myself. I don't know what I'll do. I guess I'll work. I don't know. Maybe I'll come home. I'll probably hop on the Peloton. I'm wearing my husband's jacket today, so it is very oversized. I've got the sleeves rolled up. He would say this isn't his jacket. I thrifted it from the bins farm. It's a men's Columbia fleece. It's really nice. And he's not really interested in wearing it. But I am, so yeah. Anyways, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. This whole Vlogmas thing that people do, does that mean they make videos on Saturday and Sunday? Because I'm not sure I have that in me. I'm not sure I have that in me. I don't even know what I would make a video on. You know what? That's a great question for all of you who watched till the end. The OGs, appreciate you, love y'all. What would you want a video on? I'm scared to even ask that because sometimes like the suggestions I get, I'm like, those are great suggestions. I don't know if I can make that video though. So if there's something that you think that you would want to hear more about from me, especially something that I can just talk about off the cuff in one of these car chat videos, those I like the best. I don't know if you like them the best, but those I like the best. So anyways, all right, well, here's to hoping I post this video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.